Hello student, today we are going to see the optical activity or optical isomers, that is a type of a configurational isomer. Dear student, chiral carbon is such a kind of a carbon that has a 4 different attachments. This chiral carbon gives a unique property to a compound called as an optical activity. So now this carbon has a 4 different groups. So this hydroxyl group, this methyl group, this hydrogen, and this carboxylic group. So these 4 different groups makes this carbon said to be a chiral. It is called as a chiral carbon. So it is called as chiral carbon. So likewise, in chemistry or in drug molecule, there are chiral carbons that gives a special kind of a feature to a molecule, and these due to presence of these chiral carbon, these optical isomers are categorized into dextro and enol. So these are dextro and levo character to a molecule is because of their interaction with plane polarized light. So we know that a light has a several possible vibration. So if you consider this is a light source, and this light source has all several possible vibrating frequency, and that several possible vibrations like this, when it is passed through a filter called as a filter, and that filter gives you a single vibrating light, and this single light having a single vibration is called as a plane polarized light. So this plane polarized light is important. So this plane polarized light, so for example here, so this light source having a several possible vibrations, and when this light is passing through a polarizing filter, और उसमें से पास होने के बाद ये जो लाइट है उसका एक ही डायरेक्शन में जो वाइब्रेशन रहता है वो मिल जाता है, और that's why it is called as a plane. So light having a vibration in a single plane, that's why it is called as a plane polarized. And when it is passed through a solution containing a isomer, and if that solution rotates the direction of the light, so rotated plane polarized light, if it rotates the plane polarized light, then it is called as a optically active solution. Without this technique, one cannot say that a given structure is dextro or levo. ये प्लेन पोलराइज लाइट जब तक सॉल्यूशन में पास नहीं होगा तब तक हम ये बोल नहीं सकते कि वो जो सॉल्यूशन है और ऑप्टिकल आइसोमर है वो ऑप्टिकली एक्टिव है या नहीं है, वेदर दे आर डेक्स्ट्रो और लेवो. It is a completely a phenomenon of a light interacted with a isomer, and that's why this optical isomer has an importance. This optical isomer has an importance for determining the quality or for determining or it is an identification for any isomer or a structure, whether it is a dextro or what kind of their optical rotation is, to determine the concentration and many more properties or the parameter of a substance. So as I told you, a chiral carbon, that chiral carbon has a 4 different attachment, and these 4 different attachment makes this molecule different than other. This chiral carbon has again one more unique feature, that if this molecule is having a mirror image, so if you take a mirror image of this molecule like this, so this is a mirror image of this molecule. So if this mirror image is superimposable, so what is the meaning of superimposable? So if a one plane or one particular structure is completely overlapped with other, so if we say that it gets overlap like this, so this is called as a completely overlapping. अगर ऐसे completely overlapping होता है तो उसको कहेंगे superimposable. superimposable मतलब completely overlap. तो ये जो chiral कार्बन है और ये chiral कार्बन से बना हुआ ये जो ऑप्टिकली एक्टिव कंपाउंड है, सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ ऑप्टिकल आइसोमर. सो दिस ऑप्टिकल आइसोमर हैविंग अ मिरर इमेज, एंड इफ दैट मिरर इमेज इज नॉट सुपरइम्पोजेबल, सो यहाँ पे सुपरइम्पोजेबल का मतलब मैंने बताया है कि कंप्लीटली एजेस पे वो ओवरलैप होगा. यदि ये टू स्ट्रक्चर एक दूसरे के ऊपर ओवरलैप नहीं होते तो उसको बोलेंगे नॉन सुपर इम्पोजिबल. सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ नॉन सुपर इम्पोजिबल, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इफ द टू स्ट्रक्चर, इफ दिस इज अ फर्स्ट स्ट्रक्चर एंड दिस इज अनदर स्ट्रक्चर, इफ दीज टू स्ट्रक्चर आर नॉन सुपर इम्पोजिबल, दे आर मिरर इमेजेस but they are not superimposable, and in this case these structures are said to be an enantiomer. अब तक आपने क्या पढ़ा कि कायरल ऐसा कार्बन होता है जिसको 4 डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स होते हैं. कायरल कार्बन की वजह से कंपाउंड को ऑप्टिकल एक्टिविटी, that is a property it gets because of the chiral carbon, and furthermore this chiral carbon has a mirror image which is non superimposable, and that case these two structures are said to be a enantiomer. Okay, so here the enantiomer is one of the 2 stereoisomers that are a mirror image of each other and that are non-superimposable. And again, the enantiomers, why these enantiomers are so important? So look at this. So this enantiomer has this identical property. Has a identical these chemical and these physical properties. Then next they rotate the plane polarized light in opposite direction, otherwise they are completely identical. वो सेम रहते हैं लेकिन they rotate the plane polarized light in opposite direction, and one more thing. In other words, the optical activity has nothing to do with the absolute conformation. ये हम आगे जाके पढ़ने वाले हैं. What is the meaning of absolute conformation? So that optical activity is just a phenomenon of a light. It nothing to do with this absolute conformation of molecule. और ये absolute conformation फिर क्या है? So this absolute conformation is generally determined by X-ray crystallography. It presents the true alignment of atom in a molecule. तो वो भी हम पढ़ेंगे. So dear student, so this is up to what? Optical activity. This is due to the interaction of a plane polarized light with isomer. Okay, so that is a one thing. This activity is because of the presence of a chiral carbon, and this chiral carbon has a 4 different attachments. And these 4 different attach this particular molecule having mirror image. But if this mirror image is non-superimposable, then it is called as enantiomer. So अब तक हम आ पहुँचे हैं द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ enantiomer. तो आपने क्या देखा कि ऑप्टिकल एक्टिविटी होती है. वो ऑप्टिकल एक्टिविटी किससे बनता है? जबकि प्लेन पोलराइज लाइट जो है वो मॉलिक्यूल के साथ इंटरेक्ट होता है, और ये जो आइसोमर होते हैं वो आइदर डेक्स्ट्रो और लिवो हो जाते हैं. दैट इज जस्ट ए इंटरेक्शन विथ लाइट, दैट इज इनफ. बट दिस एक्टिविटी इज बिकॉज ऑफ द chiral carbon, or that chiral carbon is nothing but a carbon having 4 different groups or 4 different atoms. If that particular molecule having a mirror image with a non-superimposable nature, so that is termed as a enantiomer. So dear students, in the next video we are going to see the important elements that are necessary to see whether the compound is optical active or not, or the molecule is a chiral or achiral. That is called as the elements of symmetry. In next video we will see. If you have any suggestion, any comments, so please write in the suggestion in the comment box, and subscribe my channel for next videos. Thank you very much.